Om Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sakhasmi Namo Gurave Na Guruv Paramam Shishurasmi Guru Matirasti Guru Mama Pahi Guru सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेदमपेदकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकादराजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेतः। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are seeing Srimad Bhagavada Mahapurana and we are seeing Canto 7 in it. And in my last two videos, we saw the Prahlada Charitra, how Prahlada was a great bhakta of Bhagavan Sri Hari, and how Bhagavan, taking the Nrsimha Avadara, helped or rather killed his father who wanted to kill Prahlada. And here Bhagavan Sri Hari, he emerged or he appeared from the pillar of that assembly hall of Hiranyakashipu, and he put Hiranyakashipu on his thighs and tore him. He just tore his body, killed him. He also killed all the people who are the followers of Hiranyakashipu. And with that anger, he came and sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. And at last, Prahlada worshipped Bhagavan. He praised Bhagavan. He just expressed his gratitude to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan was so pleased by it. And he became calm, and he blessed Prahlada with so many boons, which was rejected by, very obligingly rejected by Prahlada. But at last, Bhagavan said that Prahlada will be the ruler of the ashramas for one manvantara, and he will enjoy all the power and fame related to it. And Bhagavan disappeared from the vision of all who were present there. So you might remember that this story of Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu was said by Sage Narada in the Rajasuya Yajna of King Yudhishthira. King Yudhishthira requested Sage Narada to tell about this story, and he said about this charitra. And again, after completing this story, again Sri Yudhishthira, that is King Yudhishthira, he requested Sage Narada to tell about the dharma of the varnas, different varnas and different ashramas. And Sage Narada said that it is very good that you ask this question, because this question or this answer will be helpful to many people in the future generations also. And Sage Narada said that this dharma of the varnas and ashramas was explained to me by Rishi Narayana of Nar Narayana Avatara. They explained to me this. So that I will explain to you, or I will tell to you, Sage Narada said. And Sage Narada said to King Yudhishthira that the common dharma for any human being, whatever varna he may be, whatever ashrama he may lead, the common dharma of any human being is truth, contentment, always tell the truth, always be satisfied with what they have, compassion towards others, then austerity, purity of mind and the body, forbearance, avoidance of too much speech, very important in today's life. It is by the words we hurt others. Majority of the people, they incur sin by the words only, because no one will do hurt others by actions. They just hurt others by some words or by their look or like that, very subtle things. But this incur as a sin also. So the control of words and speech is very important for all the varnas and all the different ashramas. Seeing the presence of Lord in all, if we see the presence of Lord in all, then automatically all this will come. Discrimination between the good and bad, control of the mind, control of the senses, that is amandama, not afflicting pain to others in any way by our actions, by our words, or not even by our look. We should not inflict pain to others in any way. Charity. Charity means, it doesn't mean that we have giving as alms. It is important to have that attitude that we want to share what we have with others. That is the right attitude of charity. That is must be followed. That's a very important dharma. Then avoidance of self-criticism. Many people think that it is so modest to criticize themselves. Oh, what I did is something foolish, so I am a mad person. Who will love me? Like this, they self-criticize themselves. But they have to remember that it is equally important to avoid self-criticism. We have to avoid criticizing others, and it is equally important to avoid self-criticism, because Bhagavan is present everywhere, in the others as well as in ourselves. So one should avoid that self-criticism. Always think of Bhagavan. We must do kirtana or japa or scriptural study, like this, a scriptural study. When we study the scriptures, when we complete one scripture itself, it will take some time, isn't it? It will take some years to properly understand it. So all the time we will continuously thinking about Bhagavan. So it is a very nice way to think about Bhagavan always. Integrity, as I said, contentment, service and respect, service to holy men and respect them, withdrawal from all the selfish motives. Many people, what they think is self-criticism, like just equally important is the boosting up of our ego. Ego means we compare our talent or what we have, or whether it may be the status or fame or whatever we have, with others, and degrade them. So that should be avoided. It is entirely different from self-criticism. So withdrawal from all the selfish motives, egoistic motives, give charity to others. It can be anything, whether it can be money or clothes or food, or we can spend our valuable time with others, or share our knowledge with others. All these are said as charity. So these are all the general dharma which can be followed by a human being, regardless of their varna or ashrama. And Sage Narada said that a varna means there are four varnas: Brahmana varna, Kshatriya varna, Vaishya varna, and Shudra varna. Varna means it is not the existing caste system. It is entirely different. That caste system is for convenience and for so many benefits. That is not important. And the caste system is based on the birth in a family. If the parents are of one community or caste, whatever guna and action or whatever the and person born in that family may have, they will say them, the society will tell them as this belonging to this particular caste only. That is automatic, mechanical. That is not important. The varna was created by Bhagavan, and it is strictly based on the guna, nature of a person, and according to the nature only they perform the action. So it is based on the guna, nature and action. So it is entirely different from the caste system which is existing in the today's life, in the today's society. Varna means the general rule of the Brahmana Varna is to study the scriptures, explain the scriptures to others, perform sacrifices, officiating sacrifices, and they can receive gifts for that. When they teach the Vedas, they can receive gift. When they do some pujas or yajnas, they can receive gift. So that is the chief main duty of a Brahmana Varna. And they live collecting money from by receiving gifts. By that way, they can live that their livelihood. And the next is they collect the grains from the paddy field or from the marketplaces. With that, they have to cook food and maintain their body and for their own health as well as the health of the family members. That is their main livelihood. They should not, it is not that they should not, they will not like any type of luxury. That is the mental trait of a Brahmana generally. And the dharma of a Kshatriya is to protect and save and maintain the land, their people. The chief duty is the governance and protection of their own kingdom. But they can also do the dharma of the Brahmanas. That is, they can study the Vedas, they can explain the Vedas, they can officiate in any sacrifices, but the important thing is they should not receive gifts for that. So that is the dharma of the Kshatriya, and their livelihood is they maintain the country as well as their own family and their own health by collecting taxes from others, by giving good service to the people. That is very important. They just serve the people and then they collect taxes, and with that money, they maintain this kingdom and all. Now, the general dharma of the Vaisyas is agriculture, to take care of the cattle and all, agriculture and trade, and they obey the Brahmanas. And their livelihood is they do business or they do agriculture. By that way, that is their livelihood. And the main dharma of the Sudra is they help all the other varnas and they get money for that. They can get money for it, and that is their livelihood. And they get income by the service they do. So these are the general dharma of the four varnas. Now, the mental trait, the mental attitude, what the attitude a Brahmana will have is, their mental attitude is to gain knowledge and attain Bhava. So, reading the Vedas and attaining knowledge, that is their chief mental trait, main mental trait. Apart from it, they will have the control of the mind, senses. They always will be very patient, very soft spoken, straightforwardness. They don't yell at others or hurt others in the name of straightforwardness. They just, that is the cultured, in the cultured way, they are straightforward and they point out the mistake of the others. In that way, they are very cultured because they have knowledge. And devotion to Bhagavan, truthfulness, absence of crookedness. They don't expect others' money. If they give, they get it. That's all. That is why they give it. They receive it only as a gift, not as a compulsion. No, if they give, they will receive it. So that was the general trait of the Brahmana Varna. It is entirely different from the Brahmin community existing today. So that difference one must say, because otherwise, with this, when we learn this or when we know about this, we expect all this from that community, which is not possible in today's lifetime. So that difference we must understand. Now, the Kshatriya Varna's general or main mental trait is heroism, valor, and fortitude, the spirit of sacrifice. They are ready to sacrifice for others. Their impressive look by they maintain their body or they dress up like that to impress others. Self-control, optimistic attitude, protection of the weak people in the society. So their main mental trait is sacrifice and bravery. And the main mental trait of the Vaisyas is agriculture, respecting the Brahmanas as well as the Kshatriyas, their talent to do business and trade. And they also, some people, they also have that attitude to learn the Vedas, professional skills mainly. That is the main thing of the Vaishyas. But the Vaishya Varna, they generally, they are supreme in bhakti. There will be many great bhaktas in the Vaishya Varna. And the mental trait of the Sudras is humility. Or they are so humble, purity, straightforwardness, truthfulness, avoidance of theft, service to their master, take care of the brahmanas and cattle. Because these, whether it is the Vaishya Varna or the Kshatriya Varna or the Brahmana Varna, when they need help, they will only approach this Shudras. They have this tendency to help others. Many people may want to help others, but they will not have that talent to help others. But these Sudras, they will have this talent to help others. That nature they will have to help others. So this is the general mental trait of the four varnas. And based on this only, they are identified as belonging to this varna or that. If a person born in a family in a particular varna, if they have the mental trait of the other varna, they have that nature of the other varna, then they should be considered as the person of the other varna and not because they were born in this family or in this varna. For example, if a Shudra, a person born in the Shudra Varna, if that person has a natural tendency to read the scriptures or to digest the scriptures, they approach the Guru. And if the Guru accepts it and advises them, then he should be considered as a Brahmana only. Just like that, if a Brahmana has that mental attitude to help others and or help as a assistant for the Vaishyas or the Kshatriyas, then he should be considered as a Shudra and not as a Brahmana. So it is based on their mental attitude as well as the profession or the action they do, and not based on the family alone in which they are born. If the parents are Brahmana, need not that child need not necessarily be a Brahmana. He can be of any other varna according to the ancient system. But now everything has changed. We should not compare it with this the caste system that is prevalent today. Next, King Yudhishthira, Sage Narada explains to King Yudhishthira about the different ashramas. There are four main ashramas: Brahmacharya ashrama, Grahastha ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama, Sannyasya ashrama, and apart from it, very main ashrama, Avatudha, Paramahamsa. So the ashrama of Brahmacharya is the students should study and stay in the Gurukula itself, that is the house of the Guru. And the Guruma will take care of the children. Guruma and other fellow brahmacharis will take care of these children. In the Gurukula, they have to serve the other fellow students, clean the ashrama, help the Guru in all ways, just like a servant to the Guru. And whenever the Guru feels that this child is fit for Veda knowledge of the Vedas, then the Guru will explain the meaning of the Vedas or teach the Vedas, explain the meaning of the Upanishads and all that. So till then, the child has to stay in the Gurukula itself. So there is no timetable like morning 9 to 5 or like that. Whenever the Guru feels, he will call the children and advise them or teach them the Vedas. So till the Vedas, all the studies are complete, it may take 7 to 14 or 15 years. Till then, the children has to completely forget the house and home, whatever. Even if it's a palace, they have to forget it and stay in the Gurukula, do service to the Guru and the Gurukula and the fellow students, and stay there and learn the Vedas. with complete concentration of mind. And the guru will advise the children the Gayatri mantra. So at the three sandhyas, the morning, afternoon, and evening, all the sandhyas, the children, and that is the students, has to tell this Gayatri mantra with complete concentration of mind, get the blessing of Bhagavan as well as the blessing of the Guru, and learn the Vedas. So they have to stay there till their studies are complete. Meanwhile, they will have this matted hair. They are advised to wear the deer skin or the bark. Sometimes they will carry, they have to bring wood and all that summit from the forest, and they have to go outside and beg alms, and whatever they get, they have to give it to their guru, and the guru will share it or give it to the students according to their knowledge and health and strength, everything, because too much of food will also make a person dumb. So all that the guru will know, and the guru will not show any partiality between the rich or the poor or the son of the king or like that. Only the mind is given importance, and the education knowledge is given importance there. So after completing their studies, they can either go to their house and continue the grahastha way of life, or they can take the sannyasi way of life, or they can continue in this gurukula itself as a brahmachari till the end of their life. They can stay in the gurukula itself. There will be many students who stay there till the end of their life and attain moksha from it. So all these are possible, and it is based on the choice of the student. And if possible, the student has to give the guru dakshina, that is the parting gift to the teachers. It is not compulsory. If they are rich, they have to give. So all these are the general rules of the brahmachari way of life. If they take the grahastha way of life, then they can continue the grahastha way of life. At the old age, they can take vanaprastha ashrama. That is, they have to leave the family, renounce the whole worldly life, and go to forest and take the sannyasa way of life, accept sannyasa way of life, and they will practice what all they have learned in the young age. They practice meditation, devotion to Bhagavan, and they just eat only the ripe fruits in the forest. They go to the forest, leaving the home, everything. They go to the forest. They take only the ripe fruit from the forest. They stay in the hermitage. Sometimes they stay in the caves, inside the caves. And if there were no caves in that place, then they will build a small hermitage like that with the dried leaves and all. They will have matted hair. They don't cut the nails because there will be no facilities for all that. They always carry a water pot, staff. They wear only bark garments. So they can stay in the forest as long as they prefer. It can be 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, or till the end of their life. Till if they stay in the forest itself, in the vana itself, to the end of till the end of the life, then they merge all the five elements of this body to the universal concept. That is, they merge the water element to the universal water element, merge the vayu element to the universal vayu element. Like this, they merge their own elements into the universal element, and at last they merge the atma into the universal atma. So that they know to do it. So this is the vanaprastha way of life. Now next is the sannyasi's way of life. Sannyasi's way of life is they attain this knowledge from the guru, and they just roam around this world, thinking that this entire universe, this world exists in Bhagavan. So they don't fear anything. They just think that this is Bhagavan. They don't see any form or matter or anything. They see everything as Bhagavan. That much knowledge they will have. They just walk around this whole world without staying in a place for more than one day. Even if they stay in a village for one day, they will teach others about Brahma Vidya. Like this only, Adi Shankaracharya and their students, they all roamed around this entire India and taught Atma Vidya, that is Brahma Vidya, to many people who assembled near them. Many gurus are like that. Many gurus are like that. and they just walk around the whole place without any destination. They just don't go to any destination to this particular place. No, they just, without any goal or motive, they just walk on earth to exhaust their prarabdha karma. And if they get chance, they'll teach others. They will be very kind, very soft. They don't expect any name or fame or money in return. They don't try to establish ashramas and all, because they cannot stay in a place for some time. They just walk around unaffected by any transformation in this world, because all these are only imaginary thing for them. For them, everything is just only imagination. So this world itself is maya. So they don't care if there is any transformation. They just walk around, and they are indifferent to both life and death, because for them this atma is important. This body, the death for this body is not important for them. Body will live for some time. This body will be there for some time. After that, it will disintegrate. That's all. So they do not care for either death or life, and they don't. They are not after any popularity, fame, or name or fame, anything. So that is the sannyasi's way of life. And the Avadhuta way of life is more superior than this. There is Avadhuta means the Paramahamsas, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and all. What they do, they just always conscious of that Brahman. They are not conscious of this body or mind. So they are not concerned about anything in this world, because for them all this is Maya. Once King Prahlada, he had the chance of meeting Avadhuta Dattatreya on the banks of river Kaveri. When he met him, he saw that why divine person, why are you lying like this on the banks of river Kaveri? It's so hot. Why are you lying like this? And Dattatreya Paramahamsa said that, I am like that. I just live to exhaust this karma. This body and mind exists because of my past karmas. I have taken this body and mind according to the past karmas. So as long as this past karmas give effect, this body and mind will be there. After that, it will disintegrate. So what's the great deal about it? I'm not concerned about all that. Any person takes this body and mind according to their prarabdha karmas. So whatever they do to avoid suffering or to bring happiness is of little avail. This only of small, it can bring only small transformation. So why try for it? I just keep quiet. Whatever the prarabdha karma do, that will do. A person get food or luxury or whatever it is, only and only according to the prarabdha karma. Any effort taken is also according to the prarabdha karma. Even to learn the scriptures, also prarabdha karma. The person, some people are very poor, prarabdha karma, some are rich, prarabdha karma. So why should I do anything to evade it? I cannot evade it. To an extent I can evade. We may think that we put a lot of effort and by that way we came up. That is also prarabdha karma, says Dattatreya Paramahamsa. So I don't do anything. Whatever comes my way, I will enjoy. I'm satisfied with it. First thing, I am not aware of the body or mind. I always rejoice in the Atma. So whatever comes my way, I take it. Just like a python and honeybee, I have learned a lot of lessons from both of this. That is, the honeybee, it takes a lot of effort to collect this honey from different flowers. They know what effort they do to take this, collect this honey. They save it, and one day man comes and just drive off the honeybee and take the honey and go home. Or sometimes what is more worse is all the honeybees are killed and the honey is taken. So from that I learned not to yearn anything. Whatever prarabdha karma brings to me, I will enjoy it. Or if sufferings only is there, I don't care. Because according to the prarabdha karma, a man's property or what they have can be erased in a single day. Whatever their name, fame, money, position, whatever it may be, they can be erased in a single day by the time, by the nature, flood or something like that, by the government. If they impose high taxes, what will ordinary people do? Like that, there are many ways a person's savings can be destroyed. And suffering or happiness comes to a person by three ways: adhyatmika, adidaivika, and adhibhautika. Adhyatmika means from our own body and mind. It gives difficulties, sometimes it gives happiness. That also according to the prarabdha karma. Adhibhautika means by nature, a flood, cyclone, and all that. We all know about it. And adidaivika means from the extra natural forces. So all this affects a person only according to the prarabdha karma. So by saying the honeybee, I have understood not to yearn and save anything, because that it may go off in a day, or like what I said, by robbers, the ruling power, by our own relatives. There are many people who they are killed by the relatives itself for the money. So I learned it from the honeybee. And from the python, what I learned is it just lies in a place. It doesn't go anywhere to collect the food and all. Or like ordinary serpents, the python doesn't move a lot. Whatever comes its way, it just swallow it, that's all. So from the python, I have learned to whatever it comes my way, I will enjoy it. Food, some people, they just come to me and give me food, I will take it. And some people, they give me cooked food, some uncooked food. Sometimes I get stale food also, but without any hesitation, I accept it and eat it. I will dress my own way, whatever is available, I just dress up. Sometimes I will get silk cloths, sometimes a bark of the tree, sometimes a deer skin. So sometimes only leaves. I just don't care because I'm not conscious of the body itself. Wherever the place I get, I will sleep there. Sometimes some people will invite me and make me to sleep in their room. I just don't feel happiness. Just like there's great Jada Bharata. Whatever I get, I enjoy. Sometimes they will chase me off, thinking that I'm a madman because I did not show off my knowledge. So they think that I am a madman and they'll drive me off. I don't care. I'll just come out and lie like this on the banks of any river or any forest. So I'm not concerned about anything said, Dattatreya Paramahamsa. And Prahlada was so surprised to learn this knowledge. So that is the way of the Paramahamsa or the Avadhuta. They just don't care of anything because they are not aware of the body or mind itself. So in the brahmachari way of life, they have to renounce this world, go to the Gurukula to attain knowledge. In the grahastha way of life, they have to use this knowledge and lead the family life based on it. In the sannyasi's way of life, they renounce the world and material, everything, to practice that knowledge. And an avadhuta is established in that knowledge. So all the people, they renounce the world. The brahmachari also renounce the world for studies. The sannyasi renounce the world for practice. Avadhuta renounce the world because of knowledge. He is always established in Brahman. So these are the four ashramas and the dharmas of the four ashramas, said Sage Narada. In the next video, I will explain what Sage Narada said about the Grahastha's way of life. Om Namo Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.